Hi there, my name is Lawrence Allam and I'm the founder and director of Think Marketing. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, which is part of a 10-week series I'm producing on how businesses can market themselves in volatile times, or to use an acronym, MiVT. During this series, I'll be highlighting strategies that businesses can use during difficult periods, as well as highlighting some best practice case studies from companies that are either doing a great job marketing themselves now or have done in a past volatile time. It's important that we look at these strategies and case studies because whilst a lot of businesses are going to be doing it quite tough right now, others are actually going to be doing really well, and it's their marketing that's probably helping them get on the front foot. As such, it's really important that we drive our own marketing agenda in our businesses and learn from these case studies and strategies. Please feel free to leave a comment or connect with me, as I'd love to hear what you thought about this video. And if you want to get in touch and explore this topic a little more deeply, I'll have some contact details at the end of this video, which today is all about strategy 2 in the MiVT guide. Of course, we should always be putting our clients at the forefront of our minds, especially at times when winning business is even harder than usual. And I'd want to share this quote from Lisa Masiello, who's an award-winning B2B marketer, author, and chief marketing officer. She's got an in-depth background in integrated marketing programs for B2B companies, and she's quite a strategic yet hands-on marketer who specializes in revenue growth. And she suggests that happy customers are your biggest advocates and can become your most successful sales team. So for the MiVT strategy number 2, this quote is really poignant because we all have to remember that it's not just about us in a volatile time. We need to make sure that we focus on others. What I mean by this is that when we actually market ourselves in volatile times, we have to suspend self-interest and focus on looking after clients and audiences as they'll then look after us in return. And whilst I can feel a lot of collective rolling of eyes, it's really apt right now. For most of us, especially in businesses that are locked down, suspending self-interest is incredibly difficult. We get caught up in looking at the numbers, analyzing data, thoughts of where we should be. We think about the missed metrics, all of that stuff, and we can really get stuck, and it's hard to move forward, which is really important as right now clients and markets are changing around us, and our businesses need to adapt. I've actually just written a blog about this, and I'll include a link in the comments below, because I need to sort of fly through this quite quickly just to try and keep it to a snapshot video. But one of the things we can look at is there's a great business parable style story called Go Givers Sell More, written by Bob Berg and John David Mann. Like I said, it's a parable style story, so it's a little bit like Who Moved My Cheese and Chicken Soup for the Soul, but it's about protagonist who essentially learns that success isn't about working harder, it's about giving more. And again, that focuses on this strategy of don't forget to focus on others. And they provide in this book 5 laws: the law of value, compensation, influence, authenticity, and receptivity. Now, when we look at the law of value, that's all about actually how much value are we providing. So if we think about our audiences from a marketing perspective, are you actually providing them value, or are you just broadcasting your marketing messaging at them? So look at some of your competitors' social media accounts if you're trying to figure this out, and how much value you provide. I'm sure most of their feeds are going to look a little bit like scrolling billboards. There will, however, be notable exceptions. So people who post and share things that you yourself would actually want to read. They engage with their audience, and their content is really valuable and compelling. Ask yourself which camp do you belong in? Do you provide value? If not, then you really want to rethink how you're sort of looking at your marketing and how much value it provides. Next, compensation is really all about that revenue is usually determined by how many people we serve and how well we serve them. So that really means, from our marketing's point of view, that are we targeting a large enough audience? And if we are we serving them in the right way, or are we again just broadcasting marketing at them? Ask yourself the question: how does your interaction leave the audience member better off than they were before they actually encountered you? One of the reasons, this is actually one of the reasons that no matter how good you are at selling, direct mail and cold calling have such a low conversion rate because they don't offer a lot of value. And conversely, why strategies like inbound marketing, which are all based around providing value, have such a positive impact. Next, we can look at the law of influence, and points or laws 3 and 4 are kind of intertwined. But if we stop for a moment and think about clients and audience members and what they really need, especially at a time like this, we can figure out how we can actually influence them better. So, you know, we might have multiple types of audiences, and that could include project delivery partners, candidates, industry peers, even target clients, customers we're currently working with. No matter who they are, they're all going to have their own interests, but it's up to us in our businesses to figure out what those interests actually are. And if we approach them from a position of genuine giving and generosity, that's where the real value gets noticed. And this is one of the really important points, especially now in professional services during the COVID crisis. As from accountants to recruiters, we can all be helping our clients deal with the current situation, like how they can apply for stimulus package interventions, how can they retain their key staff, how can they work or carry on with important projects, all those sorts of things that we can actually be helping them with. In terms of authenticity, then the most valuable thing in a business interaction is you. Now, you might find that hard to believe, but you and your team are actually the reason your clients work with you. And when you sit down and think about it, your breadth of knowledge is pretty impressive. So be yourself, put down the persona that you think your client wants, and consider how you can genuinely be of service. Being receptive is all around the more you give, the more you receive. And that's not just a load of new age nonsense. Some psychologists actually suggest that reciprocity is a key principle of persuasion, as when you give first, others feel compelled to reciprocate. Now, we have to remember that above one of the laws is actually authenticity. So whilst we shouldn't give to get, one does usually tend to follow the other. So to bring all this thinking into a succinct view, as I mentioned before, I've produced this guide, which is designed to give you actionable strategies that can be implemented today and connect you with your audience and potential clients quickly and effectively. So if you're trying to survive, win more business, or just keep your brand relevant, it's definitely worth a look. And I'll include the link in the comments section below this post. You can also go to the website at www.think-moa.com.au. There's plenty of information on the site that you might find useful. Check out the resources area. We're trying to keep that as up to date as possible. But of course, also check out our blog. As I mentioned, there's that blog post around this second strategy that's there. But there's got lots of information in this blog, not only about MiVT, but about different marketing strategies, inbound marketing, case studies, brand information, and sector-specific content for professional services and recruitment firms, which is really where I think we specialize. Of course, if you do want to speak to me directly, if you want to go into this subject more deeply, or if you have any questions, please do get in contact. My email's on screen there, which is lallam@think-moa.com.au, or you can call me on my mobile. Alternatively, you can get in touch via LinkedIn or Facebook handles, which are on the screen. Hope you've enjoyed this video, but most of all, I hope you found it useful in some way. And if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up and a like. I'd love to hear what you thought. So, please do leave a comment or connect with me here. Again, thanks for watching, and don't forget to have a little fun with your marketing today.